So we've talked about the rescue operation, but what is the patient going through? Mark Dickey is more than 3,000 feet beneath the surface of the cave, a deep, wet, cold space. Officials say he has gastrointestinal bleeding, cannot leave on his own, but it's unclear what caused that. Joining us now is Dr. Renee Matthews. She's a physician and medical educator. Dr. Matthews, thank you for weighing in. So this cave, and these conditions, can you describe a little bit about what Mr. Dickey may be going through in terms of what his body is experiencing at this hour?
Well, like Armand said, it's cold usually and very wet, and you have to be careful not to get wet. So that is the biggest thing, is just to keep him dry. And they said that he had bloody stools and was coughing up blood. So that is why he had that's where they figured out the gastrointestinal bleeding. That has since stopped since they've given him blood. So as long as he can maintain that, that health, then he should be okay, I guess, for this journey. He says that he will climb out, but the doctors say that he needs to go out on a stretcher.
And I would assume that that would be your medical advice as well. Just in terms of the mental state, about what you are mentally going through when you're in a position like this, and you have to stay calm, cool, collected, but also you do have those human needs. Can you speak to us about that, about what you have to do to calm your body down and react properly in a situation like this?
Well, he is a trained spelunker, so this is what he does. So I think that he is probably the calmest person in this whole situation. It's probably the family that got very worried and nervous. But thankfully, there's doctors there. So since there's doctors that have come to his rescue, I'm sure that he's been able to calm himself. I'm sure meditation has been involved, a lot of breathing exercises. And, because this is going to be more than a few days before he's unable to get out.
Well, that was my next question. So we've learned 6 units of blood were delivered and Dickey's condition is currently stable. He is able to walk on his own. But how long, doctor, does his body have to heal before he's taken out?
So without having any kind of testing, we don't quite know what caused the bleeding. And thankfully, like I said, it sounds like it has stopped since he hasn't had any other further symptoms. So we really don't know. I mean, people can bleed out very quickly, or it can be over a period of time. So we really don't know.
Would you anticipate rescuers will have to deliver more blood or medicine in this situation and during the rescue?
Not necessarily more blood, but probably maybe some medications. Like I said, hypothermia is something they're very concerned about. And there's really, except for probably warming his body, there's not a whole lot they can do with that. If he does become anxious, perhaps maybe they would give him some medication for that. I don't know how they would administer an IV, but if he became dehydrated. So like Armand said, it's feeding him and all of these other people that are involved in this now, and making sure that they can survive in these conditions.
Yeah, that is the goal. All right, Dr. Renee Matthews, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.